I got a little tiny rebuttal. I mean, pretty much your biggest points were, you know, first of all, we need to get out of Iraq. Woo, Iraq's, it's not paradise, but yeah, it's a fucked up place. And then impeaching Bush. So let me start with the first one, Iraq, leaving Iraq. I've been there. I'm gonna say with fair confidence you haven't. So you really don't have too much of any type of authority to speak on that subject. Neither do 90% of the people that do comment on that subject. It's a shitty place, yes. Would it be nice if all the troops were back here in the U.S. or stationed in Germany or Korea where they were stationed prior to going there? Yeah, it'd be nice. But can we leave? No. I mean, we really can't. Because, think about it. Like, step away from the box. Right? Look down on the situation. If we pull out of Iraq, they do not have a stable enough military, stable enough government to defend themselves. They would break down into a religious civil war between the Shiites and the Sunnis, while the Kurds waited up in the north and made their own little fucking country, whatever. But it would break down, they'd be fighting amongst each other, and then Iran would just come sweeping in and poof, take over the country. Now the president of Iran, as I'm sure you know, is a radical Muslim. Is he worse than Saddam? Well, granted he was part of a terrorist activity which kidnapped Americans prior, and he wants nuclear weapons, he already stated that, but he hasn't been a part of genocide like Saddam was, you know, so I guess, it's a gray area, you know, the lesser of two evils, whatever. But would you rather have him in power of that country? No. Would democracy be nice in Iraq? It would be. Is it going to be in Iraq? Maybe someday. Are we going to leave? No. Because if we left Iraq, it'd be saying, oh, we're throwing in the towel, we give up, no more. We don't want to deal with this anymore, your problem, go fuck yourself. I mean, seriously, and that's exactly how the world would see it. Alright, the world is saying we should not have gone in. I'll agree with that part. I understand Afghanistan, invading Afghanistan, a lot more than invading Iraq. But on the same token, if we're going to invade Iraq, fuck, let's go invade North Korea too, because they got more nuclear power than fucking Saddam did. Even though his ambitions were up there. Whatever. That is not the point. The point is, we're there now. Are we going to finish, or are we going to run away and be like, oh, sorry we demolished your government and your entire infrastructure, but yeah, your problem. No, we can't do that. And anyone with two fucking brain cells rubbing together should know that we cannot do that. Seriously. I mean, it's not really that deep of a question. And you're like, well, okay, if we can't leave now because they're not built up enough, well, how long should we be there? Should we have like a 2-year limit? Should we have like a 3-year limit? What? Here's an example. You remember back in '92, I believe, you know, the whole Bosnia-Herzegovina thing, you know, with the Serbs and all them, the whole genocidal thing with the Muslims there. Well, that was over a decade ago, and guess what? We still have soldiers there today. Wow. It's been 12 to 14 years, and we still have soldiers in that area. But shit, that wasn't near as bad as Iraq. If you want to use that as an example, we're going to be in Iraq for, 20 years. Why not? We already got bases in Egypt and Kuwait, so what the hell is the difference going to be? Not much. Is it going to suck? Yes, it is. Are people still going to die? Yeah. Well, we've already lost fucking almost 3,000 people. Okay, not a problem. Did you know the Germans lost over 3 million people during World War II? Relatively speaking, 3,000 is not that bad. You know, I've been there. I'm not there now, thank God. But I currently work at the Brooke Army Medical Center, you know, in San Antonio here in the ER. We get all the amputees, all the burn patients. We see all those OIF soldiers coming back in. So even though I'm not there, I get a fresh reminder every single day of what's going on there. Am I gonna like fucking piss on my tail and say, oh my God, we need to get out? Fuck no. You know, if we pull out now, what are you saying about the people that gave their lives there? Alright? It was all in vain. There was no purpose behind it. Oh, sorry. Your sons and daughters have died because we made a mistake and we're not going to follow through and finish what we started. You know, at least honor their deaths enough to say, you know, it was fucked up, it's bad they died, but we're going to stick it out and we're going to finish it, no matter what the cost. And if you ask any soldier, we signed that contract signing our life to this country. You know, not to the president, alright, not to any politician, but to the Constitution and this country. And we will stick to it. We will go there, and our main job while there is making sure we all come home together. You know, politics are bullshit when it comes to war. They try to intertwine them, but you can't. You know, you just can't do it. But okay, I'm not going to rant about Iraq anymore, because I could do that all fucking day long. The second point you had was about impeaching Bush. Lame. Really lame. Alright, he has 2 years left. He's already served 6. Let him finish out his 2, you know? Alright, what the hell's going to happen if he gets impeached? If he gets impeached, unlike what you said, Cheney will become president. And then you will need a basis on which you can impeach Cheney to get Hofferman in place. And that won't happen. Because what are you going to do? Say, oh, well, Bush made the decision, but, you know, Cheney was there, so let's go ahead. Fuck it, you know what? Let's impeach the president, the vice president, Rumsfeld. Screw that guy. He's a businessman. He's not a tactician. But whatever. You know, let's just impeach the entire Bush administration and throw Democrats in there. That won't work. That really won't work. And sad to say, it just wouldn't happen. Cheney would be the next president, and he'd be running things for the last 2 years. You know, and another guy commented on your video talking about, you know, your comment about not having a government and just having it run by the people being moronic. Yes, it was moronic. You know, you don't have a government, you have anarchy, you have chaos everywhere, you have pretty much an eye for an eye society. Be like, you break into my house, but I'm not going to break into your house and make it even. I'm going to kill you. And now that I killed you, your family's going to kill me and my family. And then my second cousins are going to, like, declare a war on your entire neighborhood. And it would just pretty much escalate from there sporadically all over the country. And that'd just be fucking retarded. So that, whew, nixes your second one. And then the rest of your video was, you know, cute little boy going to vote, blah, 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 blah. Pretty much what it boils down to with senators and congressmen, an individual vote does count. I'll be honest with you, I don't vote. Because I could really give a fuck who my senator is or who my congressman is. Because I don't live in the state that I'm registered to vote in. So what's the point? I don't care. It doesn't affect me. Well, it affects the country in a whole. No, it really doesn't. You know, that one senator's vote, or two senators per state, their 2 votes might have an impact on the country in a whole, but if you know anything about the political structure, alright, it goes to the House of Representatives, goes to the senators, and then it gets to the president, and the president sits there and goes, do I want this to go through? Fuck no, I'm vetoing it. It's vetoed. No, off the table. Or, yeah, okay, yeah. So pretty much the only election that really counts for anything is a presidential election. And the presidential election is done not off of the popular vote, but off of electoral votes. So guess what? My vote doesn't mean shit. Your vote doesn't mean shit. It's the number given to the state that means the shit, counting up to the electoral vote. That's why there was all that bullshit a few years back with Florida, a state in a whole. Okay, sorry. Maybe that's my philosophy, maybe I'm wrong, alright? But if the country actually used the popular vote to vote in a president, fuck yeah, I'd vote, because one vote would make a difference. But it doesn't matter. So what's the point? Who cares? Not me. But okay, I ran over my limit. So I'm going to stop. You have a nice day. All you other YouTubers, love you. Alright, fuckers. See you later.